Sunrise reflected off my pool. Water calm, decks spotless, gates firmly locked. My backyard was private, well-maintained, and clearly posted with no trespassing. Then Karen appeared, entourage in tow, wearing sunglasses and entitled smiles. She waved cheerfully, claiming my pool was community amenity for everyone. Neighbors peeked curiously. Sensing conflict brewing by the sparkling water, I stepped onto the porch, coffee in hand, observing quietly. Karen's friends followed eagerly, laughing, ignoring posted signs entirely. They inspected lounge chairs and towels, acting like property owners. My patients remained calm, documenting every step with higher resolution cameras. They tested water, splashed lightly, unaware of consequences ahead. Karen called loudly for more friends, inviting neighbors from the street. I recorded timestamps, faces, and license plates for legal clarity. HOA emails vanished. She chaired the committee reviewing pool access. The warnings were ignored repeatedly, entitlement unchecked, arrogance amplified. The group ignored polite signage, laughing and tossing floats into water. I consulted the local ordinances governing private pools in residential areas. Everything confirmed my absolute right to control access and entry. Locks, signage, and warnings were fully compliant with county law. I crafted a careful plan, legal and undeniable, for deterrence. Preparation required patience, documentation, and quiet observation from my porch. Motion-activated cameras captured every movement clearly from multiple angles. Additional locks ensured no accidental entry while maintaining safety standards. Water treatment systems were monitored remotely, preventing any accidental hazards. I ensured lifeguard safety measures were irrelevant. Suspense built as Karen continued waving, unaware of impending consequences. A friend tried climbing the gate. Camera caught the attempt immediately. Karen laughed, ignoring visible warnings, confident she outranked rules temporarily. I sipped coffee, calmly noting each violation with precision. She called more friends. Unaware cameras were documenting every detail. Footage timestamped all trespassing, creating undeniable evidence for future action. Neighbors began murmuring, some impressed by my quiet control. Karen's smirk faltered slightly when gates refused to budge. Friends argued, yelling and laughing, frustrated by locked entry. I remained on the porch, expression calm, observing silently. Blue pool water glistened untouched, reflecting morning sunlight mockingly. Karen tried persuasion, then threats, waving HOA documents repeatedly. I responded by adjusting cameras, documenting her escalating frustration perfectly. The situation escalated into performance art, everyone unaware of legality. One friend attempted to jump the gate, slipping slightly on the deck. Gasps echoed. No one was harmed, yet embarrassment piled instantly. Police received a call, prompted by Karen's complaints loudly broadcasted. Deputies arrived, reviewing locks, signs, and legal documentation calmly. Every precaution was compliant, leaving no ground for citation. Karen's arguments fell flat, authority powerless against procedure and law. Friends looked helplessly, realizing entitlement met consequence unexpectedly. I served formal notices of trespass via HOA-approved channels. Each violation was documented meticulously, including photos, video, and timestamps. Karen argued online, live streaming the conflict to spectators unaware of legality. Police advised compliance with posted signage, documenting Karen's repeated violations. Humor spread online as Blue Pool Karen memes appeared instantly. HOA held an emergency session regarding my pool access. I presented footage, timestamps, and legal ordinances clearly and calmly. Board members acknowledged violations, authority subtly shifting against Karen. Trespass fines were reassessed, removing previous claims against me promptly. Gate locks were deemed proper and effective deterrents legally. Karen was removed from committees temporarily pending formal review. Apologies trickled in carefully worded, avoiding public humiliation. Neighbors cheered subtly, realizing rules were enforced without confrontation. KM stayed permanently, serving as passive reminders effectively. The pool remained pristine, safe, and entirely under my control. Karen avoided the backyard completely, walking around visibly frustrated. Her friends followed, no longer attempting shortcuts or informal entry. The HOA revised bylaws regarding pool access formally and legally. Compliance replaced ego. Procedure trumped entitlement quietly but effectively. Peace returned to the neighborhood without any further incident. Poolside umbrellas reflected calm mornings, no trespassers, and perfect organization. Water shimmered untouched, sunlight dancing over tiles precisely as intended. Cameras remained on silently, documenting every future approach automatically. Fences and gates reinforced authority without confrontation or spectacle. Neighborhood behavior shifted, respecting boundaries predictably after the lesson. Social media mocked Karen lightly, while legality remained undisputed. Friends realized consequences outweighed privilege, stepping back quietly. HOA learned enforcement must align with law, not drama. Subtlety replaced shouting. Authority spoke clearly through procedure. My porch became the perfect vantage, observing without interference. Karen attempted persuasion once more, but security cameras recorded attempts, and officers verified permits and compliance again, leaving no room for argument. Trespass ended permanently. No further incidents occurred that summer. Neighbors smiled, walking calmly, appreciating law and order silently. Peace settled into backyard routines, swimming and sunbathing uninterrupted. Signs remained permanent, clear, visible to any approachers effectively. Gates stayed locked. Authority reinforced consistently without aggression. Humor persisted online, sharing lessons learned through cinematic failure. Legal preparation proved stronger than anger or confrontation reliably. HOA etiquette improved slowly, influenced by documented enforcement examples. Water sparkled in morning sun, reflecting calm and lawful order. Cameras recorded silently, guardians of boundaries, unobtrusive and effective. Karen's reputation faltered quietly, lessons learned privately. Pool parties resumed only for permitted guests, respectfully and safely. Calm mornings returned, uninterrupted by entitlement or trespassers. She brought friends repeatedly, but consequences deterred them immediately. Trespass met procedure and signage, leaving no legal ambiguity. HOA expected compliance and received documentation instead of excuses. Enforcement met entitlement. The lesson spread quietly, effectively, permanently, and my pool remained mine, untouched, sparkling, and fully under control.